Before there were pyramids, before Europe even had villages or kings, there was a woman. She lived in a world of ice, hunted reindeer, and watched the northern lights shimmer over frozen rivers. She never knew her name would live forever, but today, millions carry her DNA. Scientists call it Haplogroup U4b, one of the oldest maternal bloodlines in Eurasia. This is her story, the story of the Ice Age mothers who refused to disappear. Chapter 1. The Ancient Motherline. All humans trace their maternal ancestry through mitochondrial DNA, passed from mother to child for tens of thousands of years. Each small mutation over time forms a new branch on our global family tree, what scientists call a haplogroup. Among the oldest European branches sits Haplogroup U, born roughly 45,000 years ago. From this great mother line, one daughter line appeared, U4. And deep within U4, another, U4b, emerged during the depths of the last ice age. This lineage's birth likely occurred in Eastern Europe or Western Siberia, where mammoths roamed and humans survived on the edge of extinction. U4b's early women carried not just genes, but knowledge how to build shelter from bone, how to light fire in blizzards, and how to keep children alive when the world froze. The planet these women knew was brutal. Vast glaciers covered northern Europe, and small bands of hunter-gatherers moved between refugees in what is now Ukraine, the Urals, and southern Siberia. Yet, somehow, U4b endured. Genetic studies from ancient remains show U4b appearing in Upper Paleolithic hunter-gatherers nearly 30,000 years ago, one of the few lineages to survive the climate collapse that wiped out countless groups. Imagine a mother wrapping her child in furs beside a mammoth bone fire. That child's descendants would one day populate Scandinavia, Russia, and the Eurasian steppe. Through famine, migrations, and ice age storms, U4b women carried the spark forward. Fast forward to modern science. When geneticists sequenced ancient DNA from skeletons found in Mesolithic Russia and northern Europe, they discovered something unexpected, the same mitochondrial signature repeating again and again, U4b. It was found in the Sverdlovsk region, in Karelia, and across the Baltic coast. This meant U4b wasn't a local anomaly, it was widespread across Ice Age Eurasia. It connected the hunter-gatherers of the far north with the nomads of the steppe. Some U4b branches even reached Siberia, where they mixed with early ancestors of the Indo-European expansions. As the Ice Age thawed around 12,000 years ago, forests returned and herds moved north. So did the descendants of U4b. Archaeologists find their traces in Mesolithic settlements, fishing villages on icy lakes, camps filled with flint tools and amber jewelry. By the time early farmers entered Europe from the Near East, the U4b people had already lived there for thousands of years. When the Yamnaya and other steppe herders swept west during the Bronze Age, they carried U4b women with them. Some mixed into Europe, others went east towards Central Asia. Today, their genetic fingerprints appear everywhere, from Finland and Poland to Kazakhstan, and the Altai Mountains. Wherever humans adapted to cold, to open plains, or to isolation, U4b was there. But then the trail grows thin. By the time of the Great Bronze Age civilizations, Egypt, Mesopotamia, Greece, U4b fades from the record. Why? Most likely, the spread of farming populations carrying other lineages, like H and J, diluted the hunter-gatherer maternal lines. Yet U4b never vanished completely. Modern genetic surveys find it in small percentages among Northern Europeans, especially Finns, Norwegians and Russians, as well as Baltic peoples, and some Central Asian groups and Siberian tribes. Like a whisper from deep time, it persists. Evidence that even the smallest surviving lineage can endure 40 millennia, side. Evidence that what makes U4b special is not just its age, it's matskin time bands. I'm a bombard. It's what it tells us about human evolution. Modern DNA studies reveal that U4b likely carries adaptations for cold resistance and metabolic efficiency. What makes U4b special is not just its age, it's what it tells us about human evolution. Modern DNA studies reveal that U4b likely carries adaptations for cold resistance and metabolic efficiency. These ancient mothers evolved in an environment where every calorie mattered. Their mitochondria, the energy engines of cells, became finely tuned to cold climates. These ancient mothers evolved in an environment where every calorie mattered. Their mitochondria, the energy engines of cells, became finely tuned to cold climates. This means some people today with U4b descent may literally burn energy differently, echoing Ice Age survival mechanisms. It's a reminder that ancient evolution still shapes the modern body. Even more striking, researchers found U4b in remains connected to Indo-European migrations, showing that these women played a role in spreading languages and cultures that would dominate Eurasia. They weren't passive relics, they were active participants in humanity's greatest expansion. What kind of lives did these women live? No writing, no temples, no kings, yet their legacy endured longer than any empire. What kind of lives did these women live? No writing, no temples, no kings, yet their legacy endured longer than any empire. They survived by knowledge, how to read the stars, how to track the seasons, how to heal frostbite and feed children when the world offered almost nothing. In modern populations, U4b remains rare but persistent. In modern populations, U4b remains rare but persistent. It's found in, well, around 2 to 3% of northern Europe, and up to 5% in some Uralic and Siberian communities. There are also traces in Central Asia and the Altai region. For many, discovering U4b in their DNA test feels like, uncovering a lost ancestry. Proof their maternal line survived the harshest age in human history. Every living U4b woman today is part of an unbroken chain stretching back to the dawn of Europe itself. Science often focuses on conquests, empires, and Y chromosomes, the stories of men, but U4b reminds us that survival belongs to the mothers. When glaciers moved and climates collapsed, it was women who carried language, memory, and mitochondrial fire across continents. Without them, none of us would be here, and maybe that's the real secret hidden in U4b, not just endurance, but quiet strength. A strength that outlasted the Ice Age, the Bronze Age, and even history itself. The next time you see the aurora dancing over northern skies, remember that people once watched that same light while huddled beside Ice Age fires. Those people were your ancestors. Some of them carried U4b. Their world has vanished, but their energy still lives. Inside mitochondria. Inside every breath, every heartbeat. We are, all of us, descendants of survivors, and U4b stands as proof that even the smallest lineage can echo across eternity.